Hello! Welcome back to 101 with Tracy. Before anything else, I just want to highlight three things, okay? First, the information I'm going to state here in this video and my upcoming videos is based on my experience on how I teach students. Two, I am going to quote information to any website or to a person if I need to. And number three, I am just doing this video in order to help new IELTS teachers and new learners of IELTS out there. And competing and having the ambition to compete with the foreign teachers is not in my mind, okay? Yes, so are you ready? Let's go! Today's lesson is about how to start writing the Task 2 of the IELTS writing test. As I browse different websites to check on how one can begin writing the Task 2 of the IELTS test, almost all the experts or these websites suggest an approach. And this approach is called a 6-step approach. What is this? This is first, question analysis, second, plan, third, introduction, fourth, body, fifth, conclusion, and sixth, review. Mind you, when you follow this 6-step approach, you should do all these 6 steps in how many minutes? Of course, 40 minutes, which is the given time frame for the writing task 2. Teachers, when you have new writing task 2 student, after presenting to them the 4 criteria, I want you or I recommend you to introduce this 6-step approach. Why? Because this will not just make your class easier to follow for the students, it will be also easier to plan for you. Okay, to start, we are going to assign first a time frame for each of the approach. Okay, well, these are just my suggestion. If you want, you can lengthen or shorten the minutes allocated for each depending on your plan. But the most important thing is to never skip any of this step. Okay? Alright, so let's start. For the first step, which is question analysis, I would say I would allocate 2 to 3 minutes for this. Second, plan. It will be a little bit longer, 4 to 5 minutes. 3, or the third one, introduction, I would go for 5 minutes. But if you know you can already write introduction just for 2 to 3 minutes, then yeah, you are free to shorten it. Fourth, the body. Okay, the body depends on how many body paragraphs you are going to write. So some students would like to write only 2 bodies because they think it's practical to do that way. So if for 2 bodies, you just have to assign 10 minutes each. And then if you are planning to write 3 body paragraphs, then assign maybe 3 to 4 minutes for each. Okay? And then next, for conclusion, I would say 2 to 3 minutes. And last one, review, we go to 3 to 4 minutes. All in all, this will be 40 minutes, okay? Remember, these 6 steps should be done only in 40 minutes. So my students say, teacher, is this even possible? Yes, absolutely. It is a great challenge for people, especially for those that are starting the IELTS learning. But then I know that you can do it, alright? As what I recommended in my previous video, if you're an IELTS taker, you have to follow the given time frame every time you do homework. If you do this every day, sooner or later, I know you can do it. You just have to practice, practice, and practice. So teachers, If you are planning to practice the writing task too with your student in class, I recommend you to always have a timer and make sure that they stick to the time that you allocated for each approach. Yes, because this kind of routine that you're doing in class will be adapted by the student, and then also they will be familiar with the pressure that they will be on during the testing. As I've mentioned, you should never skip any of these approach, okay? Especially or particularly the first two, question analysis and plan. These two are actually considered the most crucial points of the IELTS writing task too. Why? Because if you fail to do these two steps, you will likely to fail in the next steps. So, when I know some of my students will be taking the IELTS test, I always advise them to make use of their last few days in practicing, analyzing, and planning. Well, IELTSadvantage.com lists down 4 main reasons why students do not do well on their tests. And these are: first, failure to take the time to actually read the question. Second, writing about the topic generally and not answering the specific questions. Third, failing to recognize the kind of question being asked. And fourth, misunderstanding the question. So teachers, how do we help our students to analyze questions? Yes, well, if you don't want to use too many technical words, then just tell them to underline content words. What are content words? Content words are words that have meanings. And these are nouns, verbs, especially the main verbs, adjectives, adverbs, negative auxiliary verbs, and qualifying words. Well, although conjunctions are not part of this one, but still they have to consider some of the connectors, just like but, and, so, however, rather than, instead of, etc., because these words may lead them to the specific information the question is asking. However, sometimes underlining these content words may not be enough or effective for the students. So I guess we still have to be technical here. IELTSadvantage.com again give us these phrases: topic words, micro-topic words, instruction words. Instead of giving definitions which may confuse some of you, I will just show them through an example. This task is taken from howtodoielts.com. Some old people today struggle with the use of modern technologies such as smartphones and computers. What is the cause of this? And what are some possible solutions? So if we are going to base this, our topic words will be old people and modern technologies. It will be a bad thing for you students if you're only going to focus on old people as your topic word, because both of them should be in the topic word. So old people and modern technologies, okay? Micro topic words. So we have there: some old people struggle use of modern technologies, smartphones, and computers. Now as you see, we have a qualifier here, some, and not all. So that's what we are going to focus on. Only some and not the general old people, okay? And it says there, old people, so you are not going to talk about young people is better than using these modern technologies, right? Also, they mention modern technologies such as smartphones and computers. But if you are going to include televisions or modern appliances, still it will not be relevant to your question. And last one, if you are going to add in the body or in your essay how it is good for the old people to learn modern technology, I guess you should scrap scrap this idea because it is not again part of the question being asked. Okay, that's what micro topic word is. And for the last thing, it's the instruction word. As you see, we have there the question, what is the cause? So the question is the cause? So we are only expected to give one major cause. Teacher, what if I am going to add two causes? No, you are not going to do that because the question only asks us with one cause. Okay? And the other instruction word is, what are the possible solutions? Should you write one solution only? Of course not, because they are asking for our possible solutions. So you should at least write two solutions for that. And if in your essay you will only focus on the causes or the solutions only, then you will not be addressing the task. To give clearer understanding as to what topic, microtopic, and instruction words are, here is another example for you. Many people think that zoos are cruel. Others think they are helpful in protecting rare animals. Discuss both sides and give your own opinion. Okay, let's start with topic words. Here, our topic word is the word zoos. Microtopic words will be zoos are cruel and zoos are helpful in protecting rare animals. So here, because these two are our microtopic words, we cannot include that zoos are for entertainment, or we cannot also include how to take care of the zoos because that is not part of what the question is asking us. Now, let's move on to instruction words. So we have the question, discuss both sides and give your opinion. Okay, teachers, be extra careful with this question because there are two things that the students should do here, which is to discuss the two viewpoints and to give their own opinion. Some people or some students will only focus on discussing their viewpoints and some are only going to focus on their opinion, but both should be in the essay, all right? Because that's what the instruction words is or are asking us, okay? I hope topic, micro topic, instruction words are clear to you now. Alright, the next things that I'm going to show to you are authentic student answers. Well, don't worry. I actually asked permission from them. So thank you, dear students. Yes. So now I have a bit of a challenge for you. So I want you to identify who among these students actually fully understand the task. So what are you going to do? You're just going to say yes if they understand the task, no if not, maybe if there is only partial understanding. I would give you 30 seconds to read both the task and the student's response. So let's go. Let's start with introductions. Okay, time's up. This one is a no. If you understand what the student wrote, she thought that the question is focusing on old people applying for a job. However, in the task, there is nothing that says that. It only says because of his or her age. The age here could mean yes, the old age, the middle age, or even the young. We don't know. The first sentence of her introduction will immediately tell us that she misunderstood the question. This one is a risky maybe. Well, there is a problem with the first and last sentences. I feel that the first sentence should be the reason why the government should fund the research. Thus, it should be in the body. Meanwhile, the last sentence seems like she is going to discuss what can the government and private companies can offer. But the instruction words tell us who should fund. If she writes, in my opinion, it must be the government and private sectors that could fund this research, this would show her full understanding of the task. This time, it is a yes. As you see, the student is very clear as to why the government should fund. Her first reason is that the governments have connections. They could have a partnership with some companies or even other countries to carry out such work. Her second reason is that because the states collect taxes to their people, it is just right for them to fund it to repay their taxpayers through these services. Teachers, please emphasize this approach because no matter how advanced their grammar and vocabulary are, they would not likely achieve the 6.0 to 7.0 in their writing if they misunderstood the task. Yay! Another informative day it is, right? So I hope all of the things that we tackle today are useful and helpful to you students and teachers. If ever you have suggestions and recommendations, please don't hesitate to write that in the comment section below. Continue subscribing and please share this to your friends. See you on my next video.